All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. Let's get another message to see what it is that y'all need to hear at the moment. As always, take what resonates and discard the motherfucking rest. So, I did have a video, but Layla sat there and deleted the whole thing. So here we are. So obviously it wasn't meant to be. So yeah, let's just get the tea on you guys. Let's see what's happening behind the scenes. What are people talking about? Because people running their mouth. You also have people missing you right now real bad, okay? Yeah, people trying to manifest you. That's the tea on you. People are talking about this as well. So yeah, that's what's going on. You got a lot of talk, a lot of busybodies happening, a lot of people regretting how they treated you or how fast they treated a situation. That was the gist of the other reading, okay? But yeah, let's see. What's going on? What's the tea on the collective? Let's see. We have Aquarius, we have the 4th house, and we have Mercury. So you guys are ones to speak your fucking mind, period, okay? You'll tell it like it is. You also have some sort of unexpected income, or people are very, shocked at your income, okay? Yeah, people are talking about your money. You could have people pocket watching you. Yeah, community here. There's definitely talk about some sort of unexpected money that you've been getting or that you have gotten or a job that you've gotten. That's the tea. They're talking about it. People are also definitely talking about how you speak your mind, how you don't really give a shit. Okay, you're going to tell people the truth, period. So if you don't want to hear the truth, don't come towards the collective, okay? The 3rd house and Libra here too with the sun. You're happy. You're happy, okay? You're balanced. That's the tea. You have a lot of monitoring spirits around you, okay? Definitely a lot of talk. A lot of gossip. 5th house, you're doing what you're passionate about, or you seem like you have more life to you lately, like you're... Okay, well, this is what came up in the last read. All right, so I guess this is going to be the tea. You're rejecting certain partnerships, relationships. The 4th house, you're creating a happy home, but you're doing it yourself. There's a lot of people feeling rejected by you. There's a lot of people that are manifesting you or trying to manifest you at the moment, but you are not giving them nothing. If anything, you're adverting your energy to something else, or you're using that energy to your benefit. This is unexpected. I feel like your rejection of people is unexpected. Somebody thought that you would never ever reject them, or that you would never ever not give them a chance. And people are talking about this. There's definitely a group of people talking about you, collective, behind the scenes, you know? And they're talking about the fact that you know new friends. You're not given second chances. Like, you're focused on you. You're maybe even in a happy connection right now. Like, there's just a lot of, yeah, they've moved on. And you got people that are trying to attach themselves to you, manifest you. And you're calling judgment, spirit's calling judgment on the whole thing. Okay, I don't know if people are talking about this, how somebody wants you or they can't get over you and you want nothing to do with them and this and that, and there's talk. There's definitely talk because this came out in the last read. And I wasn't going to do that topic again, but here we are. We have the North Node. Yeah, you're standing on fucking business. And then we have Gemini energy, period. And you're not afraid to say it. You're not afraid to say it. Purpose, maturing. You've matured. Definitely. In your communication style, in your thinking style, in your intelligence, people are, like, the tea is that you've really matured mentally. Okay, you got your shit together. You're on top of fucking business. Okay, you're getting shit done, and it's very unexpected to people. I don't know why it's so unexpected for you to, like, really get your shit together and hold your own, but there's something here about your communication, or you're straight to the point. There's no fucking around. There's no beating around the bush. It's A to B. There's no in-between add stops. There's none of that. So you're being very blunt. Okay, that's the tea on you, is you're blunt. You're going to say it, and you're going to mean what you say, and you're going to articulate what you want and what you mean very well. Okay? Period. So, and you're not afraid to tell a motherfucker, listen, no. Listen, no, I don't know what you think this is, a revolving door, but it ain't no revolving door. The chance has gone and came and passed. So you might be, some your rejections of people, especially if you're telling people how it is. Like, listen, no, you're not for me. I don't like this. I don't like that. I do like this. I do like that. You're just upfront, honest, and authentic, and it's got people feeling some type of way. Saturn in reverse. Well, this karma, Aquarius. These are people who have not matured. Okay, there's a level of maturity going on here. There's wisdoms. There's unwise. Somebody is unwise or being unwise. Okay, that's the talk about you. We have Gemini with North Node. You could have North Node and Gemini. You don't have to, but we have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius out here. So heavy air. So the T on you is that you're on a lot of people's fucking minds. You're on a lot of people's tongues and rolling off and out of their mouths. Okay? There's also talk, and the T on you is that you have definitely, like, you seem like you're far ahead, or you've matured a lot more than these people that are talking about you, or these people that want you back or want back in your life. There's something here like that. Like, you've just evolved miles ahead of the people that you've left behind, or the people that feel rejected by you. There's something here about you outsmarting and outwitting people, or they feel outwitted and outsmarted by you. Okay, I kind of want to see with this Aquarius. Yeah, here's the 11, and we have Aquarius there, but we have Saturn in reverse here. So there's a level of immaturity, or somebody who's not disciplined. Yeah, Pisces energy. This is their feelings. Okay, so this is emotional maturity. So there are people, the T on you is that you're not dealing with people who have zero emotional maturity, with Pisces and Cancer here. Okay. You could have been somebody who was heavily in your emotions before. You could have been somebody who, really, moon, love and moon with feelings and empowerment. Like, you could have been somebody who was very in your feels, very emotionally reactive, maybe even emotionally impulsive. You ain't like that no more. People are talking about how you really have buckled down, and now you seem more logical. I'm not saying that you don't have like a good and loving heart, but you're definitely not as emotionally impulsive or reckless like you think. Like, you got your emotions on lockdown, and inadvertently, like, I feel like these people used to kind of make fun of you for that, and now somehow, some way, they feel like they're emotionally reactive or very emotionally immature. So the T on you is that you've really buckled down and gained some sort of emotional maturity. You've really loaded and locked and loaded the way how you like articulate yourself and articulate your emotions. And it's making people feel emotionally vulnerable or emotionally immature. Yeah. So people feel like you're leaps and bounds ahead of them when it comes to personal development or character development, and that's the T. Neptune in reverse, you're no longer falling for bullshit type of relationship. See, this is the thing, though, too. You were somebody who wore your heart on your sleeve. You're a lot more cold. I wouldn't even want to say cold, detached. You're a lot more detached from people. You probably before used to make people your whole fucking world. Like, yeah, you're awesome. You're this, I love, and pour a bunch of love into people. You're no longer falling for illusions. That's the T. Okay? For that pipe dream, for the potential. You're no longer falling for potential. You either show me what you are and who you are up front. I ain't going to get in my imagination. I am not going to see and pretend that you are something you're not, which could have been something you did in the past. You really bossed up, collective. That's the T on you. You're not falling for the facade of people and what they could be. Okay? You're taking people at face value. I feel like this is what that is, and that's the T on you currently. Yeah, the Hierophant. And justice. You're balanced. You're very well balanced. You're very fair. You're being fair. Okay, Hierophant talks about contracts. It also, well, the justice does, but there's also a level of like, you're taking people at face value. With the 7th house in reverse, Neptune in reverse, you're no longer getting trumped. Okay? You're a lot more fair and balanced with yourself. You're also, the T on you is you're serving some sort of justice by emotionally being withdrawn. There's something here. Like, you're a lot more stern, it feels. Or just like, loving yourself, bitch. Like, I love me more, bitch. Like, that type of shit. Who the fuck you think you are? Like, no. And this is somehow, some way, serving some sort of karma or justice. Like, you're very fair. You have a very, and you're wise too. Again, with this North Node, Destiny, and Gemini energy, like you've got wisdom under your belt to not fall for potential, and that's the T. And you ain't afraid to say it, honey. You're not afraid to say it. Like, before, you could have been afraid, I can't say no, to say no. Like, you were afraid of saying no before, but now, fucking bitch, it's like, you ain't afraid. I also was getting that in the last reading, the 9 of Swords in reverse. Like, you are not afraid to say shit, to ask the right questions, to say some shit. Okay, you're not afraid at all. And I feel like the T on you is you're a lot more level-headed. Like, you're a lot more, Queen of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the 2 of Cups. See? Falling for shit. 7 of Cups. There's that Neptune energy. 2 of Cups and the King of Wands. You're not falling for illusions, pipe dreams, fantasies. Like, if that doesn't work, let me try a million other options that might work. 2 of Cups. Like, you're leading the way in some way with this King of Wands. Like, you're taking action. We also have this Queen of Pentacles. So you could be the Queen of Pentacles or the King of Wands. But either way, you're taking ownership and you're taking leadership in your own life with your own thinking style and your own communication. Like, you're just like, the T here is you are taking people at face value. Yeah. You're looking at their actions, not their words. You're looking at where are they at right now, not where they could be. I know you, Miss Goons. And that's the T, honey. The T here is that you got options as well. With the 7 of Cups, 2 of Cups, and the King of Wands, like, you know what you want and you're going after it. The 6 of Wands. Saturn in reverse. Cancer energy and Pisces. There's Cancer energy. There's the feelings. Okay? You've successfully overcome and matured emotionally. Yeah. And it looks really fucking good on you, bitch. Let me tell you, that like confidence, that communication style, that bluntness and honesty, bitch, it is sexy. And that whole, I'ma call it out what it is and where it is. Sexy. Definitely. Okay. Like I said, the T here is you've really successfully overcome this moon energy, these feelings, this facade people like to throw up in your face, like, just to, like, you've come into your own here, especially when it comes to your partnerships, your relationships with people. Like, it doesn't even have to be romantic, although that certainly is in the mix here. This is friendships. Like, you're a no bullshitter. Take no shit. Show me who you are once or twice. That's it. Like, and at the most, the T here is that you'll give people like 1-2 chances, because people make mistakes. But bitch, that's what I was getting today too. Is, people make mistakes, yes, but as soon as they start repeating those mistakes, it's a choice. Yes, if you're healing and you're trying to become a better person, the mistakes can happen once or twice. 3 times, it's looking more like a choice, So you ain't here for it. You're no cutthroat, very cutthroat. Very got your emotions in the wraps. The T here is it don't matter how much they care about you. If you ain't showing up how they need you to show up, or if you're not showing up how you say you're going to show up, it's a wrap. It's not going to happen. Don't be floating their boat. Don't be trying to project no illusions here either. What's that 7 of Cups? Like, what do? Oh, the 9 of Swords. Yeah, no fear. See? You ain't afraid, honey. Like, you're not afraid to tell them how it is. I told you. I'm not afraid to take a step. Everybody. Come take my hand. So, you're not afraid anymore. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles, you lack nothing. And before you could have, like, maybe really cared about what people thought. Like, you don't care. That's the tea, bitch. You don't care. You've really matured. And you're very successful from it. It's bringing some sort of balance and justice. Like, damn. Like, really? Like, this is true powerhouse energy. The tea right now is that you are a true powerhouse. Like all the way boss ass motherfucker. Man or woman, don't matter. Knowing who is for you and who is not. That's right. You know now who is for you and who ain't. And you ain't going to sit here and ponder or give people a million chances with that 7 of Cups. You're not afraid to tell it how it is. Yeah, this ain't working for me. Nah. Like, that's the tea. Like, before, you could have given people a million chances. Believed in their potential. You know? Believed in the fantasy you created in your head about them. That they're going to be this wonderful person. And they never showed any signs of becoming that wonderful person. Family members, friends, boyfriends, girlfriends don't matter. Side pieces don't fucking matter. You've really grown up. That's the tea here. Having the courage and showing bravery to apologize for the wrongdoings you may have caused. So we're going to see the tea about that. Analyzing others' communication, gaining awareness of character. Exactly. So these are people that ain't sorry. They don't show no courage or bravery to apologize. See, this is character. You value character. People who know they and have the awareness that they've done something wrong and they're going to own up to that shit. So you're expecting you out of other people now. You're hold standards. That's the tea. You got some fucking standards. Period. Like, you can either own up instead of doing this side around bullshit, ring around the rosy. It ain't happening. Okay? Balancing your fears and worries and worried about having to juggle. So you've balanced your fears and worries. This is this. Okay? 7, you know who is for you and who isn't. With that, before you could have been afraid to let people go. Afraid to cut them off. Like, what if I don't find better? Or like, you know, I've known this person for a very long time. Not no more. Not no more. Hell no. Deadheaded. You know when you deadhead a flower, a new one grows back. Yeah. That's just like what you're doing right now. Deadheading. Okay. Surprise attacks and having to defend yourself. Let's see the tea. So these people are mad. Okay. Success in creative adventures. See? Ah. Success. Because you've overcome some sort of emotions or you're channeling your emotions in something. Okay? You're doing something creative here. And that's the tea on you. We also have trickster spirit coming through. Strong stature and spiritual gifts that can't go unnoticed. Success in creative ventures. That's the tea. What's that trickster spirit about? Whoa. People are hearing stories about you. See? Trickster. Hidden sexual fantasies. Okay? And amazing creative ideas. Success in creative ventures. So people are creating stories. There's some sort of trickster energy going on. All right, that's the tea on you. People are hearing stories about some sort of like hidden sexual fantasy. See? Here it is. 7th house and the Neptune in reverse. Hidden sexual fantasies. Fantasy. We've been talking about it this whole time. 9 of Swords in reverse and the King of Wands taking the lead. Not afraid to stand up and set the record straight. So there's some sort of trickster energy going on. That's the tea. People are hearing stories about something. All right. We're going to see what that's about. But there's no tricking you. Like a trickster spirit, these are people with incubus, succubus type energy. There's no trickster spirit. Okay. And this is that people are hearing stories, strong stature and spiritual gifts that can't go unnoticed. That's that trickster spirit. You can't fucking trick me into nothing. King of Wands, exactly. I was looking over here. North Node, Gemini. You can't trick me into shit. Two of Cups with what? You're going to try and trick me sexual fantasy. This fantasy that... No, there ain't no fantasy. That's the T. You're not falling for fantasy. You're falling for facts. Period. You've gotten very logical over the years. And it's not even logical. Yes, you do have a fantasy side. Yes, you do have a magical side. But bitch, you're putting it all in the right categories. You're not putting it in other people. You're putting it in your creative ventures. Like, you're getting imaginative, but you're doing it, and creative, but you're not doing it with other people. Projecting this fantasy or this, like, crazy relationship or these, like, awesome friendships that aren't awesome at all. So you're placing your imagination where it belongs instead of distorting it and placing it upon other people and putting them on a pedestal where you're down here and they're up there. Nah, you've redirected your imagination and your creative energy to not put it on other people, but instead put it back on yourself. And in doing so, you've gained a lot of emotional maturity and you've gained a lot of mental stability. So knowing who is for you and who is not. The Tower. Boom. You ain't afraid. Queen of Wands. Very confident to end a fucking thing. Look at Two of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Ending. Yeah, this ain't for me. Queen of Wands. Tower. And you're very confident in doing so. That's the T. Listen, they will tell you how it is. Tower. And they ain't afraid to drop the bombs. And you look good doing it. You're very confident doing it. Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, Ten of Swords. Like, you want to do that? Hell no. Four Cups, I'm going to zoop my emotions right out of there. It's like the T is you can detach like this. Like, once somebody betrays that emotional softness that you have, it's gone. You know how to retract that shit. You know who deserves that emotional side, the soft side of you, and who deserves the intellectual cutthroat side of you. Okay? You protect your heart. So this is your shadow coming in. And this is a very balanced shadow because it protects your motherfucking light. So you're very balanced. That's the T. Having the courage and bravery to apologize for things that they may have done. What did I say? Ace of Cups, or the Page of Cups in reverse is an apology card. Okay, when it shows up in reverse, this is somebody who doesn't know how to own up. This is emotional immaturity. Saturn in reverse with this Cancer Pisces energy is emotional immaturity. Page of Cups in reverse, well, I told you earlier, you're only dealing with people who have like bravery and the awareness and the courage and to set aside their ego. With the High Priestess, this is something that's keeping them to themselves. You're not going to sit there and just have somebody or you read somebody's mind. If they're sorry, they need to express that. If they know they were wrong, they need to express that. You're no longer, gonna sit here and read people's minds or intuitively know that they're sorry, but they're not showing or saying anything to show or indicate that they're sorry. There's no awareness there. There's no, you're not dealing with the emotional immaturity of people who can't own up to their mistakes or own up and say sorry for things. You're not doing it. That's the T. Okay? If you can't own up to your own mistakes because you're somebody who really owns up to their own shit, you call yourself out, you stand on business, you're very accountable, you have integrity, so you're going to apologize when you're in the wrong, okay? Or if you hurt somebody's feelings, you're going to own up, you're going to put your ego aside, and you're going to apologize for that, okay? You're going to get on the same page with people. So you kind of expect that in return. So the T right here is that you're not really dealing with people who don't have the courage or the bravery or the awareness to apologize for their own their own doings onto others, okay? If they can't man up or woman up and apologize for hurting people or hurting somebody or hurting you, then you want nothing to do with it. It's called emotional accountability. And if they don't have it, you're not dealing with it. Okay? That's the T. Knowing who is for you and who is not. Tower. If you can't own up to yourself and own up to your own mistakes or apologize instead of blame shifting, like, oh, I'm sorry I made you feel that way. No. We ain't doing that half-ass apology bullshit. Okay, we're not doing that here. All right. So you're somebody who's you got integrity. Okay. Analyzing others' communication to gain awareness of their character. 8 of Pentacles. This is something that you've worked on for a very long time. Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. All right. You've mastered the analyzation of other people's communication styles. You've also mastered to tell their true character. Okay. This is something that you've learned over time and you've practiced it until you've mastered it. So you're a master at being able to analyze the communication of other people. See, not showing bravery, can't even apologize for their wrongdoings. Hell no. So you've mastered the awareness of other people's character through their communication style. What they're going to admit, what they're going to apologize for, how they apologize, things like this. You can read people like a book. That's the T, is that you can read a motherfucker like a book. There's that communication style. You analyze people's communication. You analyze their thinking patterns, their communication styles, how they apologize, what they say, how they talk about other people, how they talk about you, how they talk about themselves. You account for all of this. And you know who is for you and who is not for you. Period. And you're not sitting here, imagining, oh, well, they could become a better person. No, that's who they are. They haven't shown any improvement, so that's just not for me. It's okay. And that's okay. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but that's okay. That person ain't for you. All right, cool. And we keep it pushing. We keep it moving. So balancing your fears and worries. Ace of Cups. This is you loving yourself. Okay, King of Cups, Ace of Cups. This is you with emotional maturity and loving yourself. Again, success in conquering the emotions. No longer emotionally reactive. Balancing your fears and worries, right? King of Cups and Ace of Cups is somebody who loves themselves and is very emotionally mature. Balanced, emotionally balanced. Very deep emotions. Okay? Layla, come here. And you've balanced your fears and your worries. 9 of Swords in reverse, North Node and Gemini. You have successfully done this. You're no longer worried about, somebody not being able to live up to their potential or the potential that you place upon them. You're not doing that, okay? You've balanced out your worries and your fears. All right? So you're going to cut someone off if they're not equipped. All right? Surprise attacks and having to defend yourself. What's this? Page of Pentacles and 5 of Pentacles. So this is like 7 of Swords. There's lies. 5 of Swords. 7 of Swords. Not being able to apologize. Okay? 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, and the 7 of Swords. Surprise attacks and having to defend yourself. Page of Pentacles. These are people that want... So the T on you is you don't have to defend yourself. Your character, your integrity, your communication style, who you are as a person, how mature you are, how you handle situations, speaks for you. It speaks volumes. You're not going to sit there and defend yourself and offer up something to these people that just want to lie, cheat, steal, envious, jealous. Layla, come here. People that are hearing stories about you. Okay? Your spiritual gifts and strong stature can't go unnoticed. Why would you sit there and defend yourself against lies? The T on you is that you ain't going to defend no fucking lie. Period. You don't need to defend no lie. All right, anyways, you're not going to defend yourself with petty lies. People that are jealous and trying to make up stories about you and shit like that. That's the T. So you're not sitting there and defending nothing. Because why would you do that? It ain't true, so period. You're not going to bother with it. And that's the emotional maturity that you have. Okay, and these people don't even have the courage or the strength to apologize for the wrongdoings that they did, the stories they made up, the lies they made up, the surprise attacks and all of this, like through jealousy and all of that. You're not going to sit there and defend yourself. Judgment. Okay, people's judgments and stuff like that. That's the T. The truth will always show itself. So you're not going to sit there and defend their lies, and you're also not afraid. You've balanced your fears, you've balanced your worries, and that's that. Strong stature. King of Wands. Again, the King of Wands and Judgment in reverse. People's negative judgments. Justice. It's not going to work. These illusions, the illusions and stuff like that, okay? Justice. King of Wands is over here. Nine of Swords in reverse. The Two of Cups. The truth is always going to put itself out. Like, these negative judgments, people are hearing stories, negative judgments about you, okay? But your strong stature, these, like, hidden sexual fantasies and wanting you, like, this over here. With this Five of Swords and Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, lies, negative judgments and lies. Why are you going to defend a lie? That's the tea. You ain't afraid either. Go ahead. Say some shit. Say some shit. I dare you. And you know what? Those are those illusions too. Okay? That people are trying to place upon you. Like, listen, these are exes that are trying to lie about you. Eight of Swords. Okay? And they can't even say sorry for it. So this is like a past energy. Knowing who is for you and who is not. You're going to run your mouth and say a bunch of lies and then expect me to have to defend myself against your lies. That's the tea. You ain't doing it. So people are talking about how people are lying on you and you ain't doing shit about it. You're not doing a damn thing about it because you don't have to. You don't care. It's a lie, and why would you have to defend that? Like, listen, you know who you are. You know your integrity. You know your character. You're not going to sit there and defend yourself against these people who have, like, and you've ripped the fantasy. You've ripped the potential right off of them. Okay? You look at people for where they are and who they are as a character. Analyzing their communication styles. They're spreading lies and rumors and expecting you to defend yourself and then can't even apologize for it. Knowing who is for you and who is not. You're not going to, and you've mastered this. You know, you have a lot of awareness of what people say, how they're going to say it, and their character too. You've mastered that. So you're no longer, like I said, this whole reading, you're no longer meeting people at their potential, like trying to meet people for their potential. You're meeting people where they're at and their character of where they're at. And that's the tea. Four of Wands and the Moon. You've successfully, you've successfully over Six of Wands. Like, I'm telling you, you have successfully overcome. This is such a big karmic thing too for you. Like, you are no longer, like, you're not, okay, well, yeah, you said this, you can become a better person. No, they show you who they are once, twice, that's enough. You're not giving those 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chances. Hell nah. So you've mastered this. Hierophant, yeah, and the Queen of Cups. You have the wisdom now. This is the tea. And not only that, but you serve justice. You serve it on a gold platter. Damn, collective. That's some shit. That's the tea. All right? People are sad about it, bitch. People are sad about it. Because, listen, it is what it is. And you know what? They get butthurt about it because you're revealing your true character, but at the same time, you're also revealing their shitty character and who they really are. So it's like a win-win. It's a fucking win-win. Anyways, if that resonated with y'all, hit up the motherfucking like button. Also, don't forget, subscribe to the motherfucking Vibe Tribe. And I'll see you guys down below in the comment section. Bye for now.